Hey, it's Thomas here, and today we're going to be checking out BubbleMagus' solution to a nice crystal clear look at our aquariums from the top down with their coral view. I think it's pretty fair to say one of, if not the biggest reason we keep reef aquariums is because we want to appreciate the beauty of our fish, corals, and inverts. And while a beautiful view through the front of our aquarium is the one that we're most often going to enjoy, you just can't discount how amazing our reef tanks look from a bird's eye view. Seeing our reef tanks from the top down gives us an incredible look at the deep, saturated coloration of our corals, clams, and even our fish and inverts, which makes perfect sense. Not only does it remove that thick pane of glass that's typically in between us and our reef, but the tops of these organisms are the side that faces the intense lighting that we provide them, so it stands to reason that's where the majority of the pigment will be concentrated on those organisms. Tridacnid clams are a great example because their mantles face upwards, and viewing them from the side just doesn't even come close to that gorgeous view from above. BubbleMagus Coral View is a simple and effective tool for viewing our reef tanks from the top down without having to turn off the flow and then waiting for the surface to settle. And even when it does, your clownfish will come up to the surface and poke it hoping for food, and then it ripples and distorts the view again. I think you get the idea. The viewers are made from thick acrylic and float on the surface of the water, and they come in sizes large enough to fit even my honking plus-size phone, so I can get those awesome photos that really show off my coral, or at least what few corals I have at the moment. It's a work in progress. There are two sizes available, a 6-inch ring and an 8-inch ring, depending on how large of a view you'd like, or rather, how large of a camera you have. For example, my phone is a Plus model and is quite large, so while the 6-inch ring won't let me get my phone inside of it, the 8-inch does, making it a perfect fit for my needs. Those with nano or pico tanks that don't have the room for a big 8-inch ring on the surface of the water will likely find the 6-inch a much comfier fit. The design is very simple, but it is well thought out. The sides of the viewers are 3.2 inches tall and made from black acrylic to block out excess light and prevent any reflections inside of the viewer for a nice unobstructed view. All of the edges are nicely rounded and comfy in the hand, which is much appreciated. The depth of the viewer is also just right to confidently place a smartphone into without worry of it sinking or getting splashed, or for getting your DSLR lens inside of for a great photo without worrying about tons of reflections off of that clear acrylic window. And as much as we're going to enjoy using these for just viewing our tanks from the top down, we all know we're going to want to take some pictures. So if you are newer to taking pictures of your tank and you want to know how I get nice clear photos of my aquarium without them being overly blue, here's a few tips on how you can do it. First, if your phone has a pro or manual mode, try to use that and set the white balance or color temperature as high as it will go. Mine goes up to 10,000 Kelvin, which really helps remove the excess blue that the camera normally sees. Number two, if you don't have that option on your smartphone, you can pick up one of the affordable reef lens kits like the ones made by Polyp Labs or Ice Cap. They fit most smartphones, and the amber lens color will filter out that extra blue light, even if your phone doesn't have manual mode, so you can capture those stunning coral colors that you see in person. Tip number three, and obviously for those awesome top-down shots of your reef or your frag rack, you can pick up the BubbleMagus Coral Viewer if it matches your reefing mantra, of course, by clicking right here.